everyone, welcome back to my channel MBA Sir, where I make CAT Quant preparation simple and fun. I am your tutor Rahul Sir. Today I am going to crack one of the most scoring topics in CAT Quant, that is percentages. Now percentages not only help you to solve problem in the quant section, it will also help you to crack some of the problem in the DI section. Data interpretation have some percentages calculation each and every year. So I will show you some smart tricks that will save your time in the exam. Without further any delay, let's get started. Now everyone, you must understand what do you mean by the percent. Now percent is a Latin word that comes with two different words. One is par and another is centum, which means par 100. So a percentage is a fraction with denominator 100 and it is always denoted as percentage symbol. Numerator of the fraction is called the rate percent. Suppose I am giving you 5%, that means it shows that 5 divided by 100. So out of 100, 5 is the value. So value of percentage always depend on the quantity to which it refers. Now consider, I will give you an example. Suppose I will give you an example of 65% of the students in this class are boys. So from this context, it is understood that boys form the 65% of the total number of students in the class. So to know the value of the 65% of the total number of students in the class, the value of the total number of students should be known. So if the total number of the students say 200, then the number of boys will be 200 into 65 by 100, which is 130. So it can also be written as 200 into 0.65 is equal to 130. Now the expression which we will give you 6%, 63%, 65%, 72%, 155%, etc. do not have any value to themselves. Their values depend on the quantities to which they refer. So as a quick tips, always remember that if I show you the 5%, it will always reflect the number divided by 20. If I show you 10%, that means 10% of a number, the number divided by 10. So always remember that percentage always denote a fraction. So if you remember those fraction, then it will be very easier for you to understand the percentage. Now as a trick, I can show you the base percentage idea. Remember some of the percentages in terms of fraction. So 50% is equal to half, 25% is equal to 1 by 4, 20% is equal to 1 by 5, 10% is equal to 1 by 10, and so on. So if you can remember this fraction, it will be better for you to understand that whenever a percentage problem comes, you can relate to that fraction. So I will show you some of the more important fractions so that you can remember it or you can mug it up. Like 33.1 by 3%. It is actually 1 by 3. 66.66 2 by 3%. It is actually 2 by 3. Like 6 1 by 4% is actually 1 by 16. So like 60% is actually 3 by 5. Now, if you can remember this fraction, it will be very easier for you to solve any problem. Now, I will give you an example. Say, I want to find the 25% of 240. So, student of class 9 or student of class 8 who have learned first time the percentage, he or she will do a calculation 240 into 25 by 100. Okay. Now, instead of doing this, if you remember 25% is a fraction that is represented as 1 by 4. So, if I will do just 240 divided by 4, I will get 60 easily. So, this will be calculated more easier than this. So, I would say you must avoid this. Instead of doing this, you remember the fraction, then you multiply the fraction with the number. This is the first concept. Now coming to the next concept. So a percentage is always expressing one quantity as a percent with respect to others. So if I show you this concept in terms of formula, the formula will be the quantity to be expressed in percentage term divided by the second quantity in respect of which percentage has to be obtained into 100%. Now, to apply this formula, both quantities must be in the same unit. You cannot calculate with different units. So, for example, if I give you an example, what is the percentage marks scored by a student in the final exam if she scored 1102 out of 1200? So to calculate this, we need to calculate 1102 is the one quantity which he got or she got, and out of 1200 is the second quantity, and then I will multiply with 100. It comes around 91.83%. So whenever we need to express a percentage, it is expressed in terms of other value. So take another example. What is the sorry out of 65,000 population, men are 39,000. So what is the percentage? What is the percentage of women in that locality? Now, to get out the percentage of the women, we need to find the value of the woman exactly. So 65,000 is the total population, out of which 39,000 is the men. What is the value of the woman in that locality? It is 65,000 minus 39,000. So it comes to 26,000. Now I got the value, which is the first value, and I need to calculate the percentage in respect to the second value, 65,000. So what is the percentage of women in that locality? It will come to 26,000 divided by 65,000 into 100. It is coming 2 by 5 into 100. If you remember, 2 by 5 is actually a 40%. 40% of the population in that locality are women. Hope you understand this concept. Now, in the next concept, we will try to calculate the percentage increase or decrease of a value. Now, I do not know whether it is increasing or it is decreasing. So let us formulate a common formula, that is percentage change is equal to from to divided by from into 100. Now, from is the value from which the change is happening, and 2 is the value to which change has happened. Now, if the from value is less than 2 value, it is suddenly the percentage increase. If the from value is more than 2 value, it is certainly the percentage decrease. So I do not know which one is the greater and which one is the lower. So if the from value is less than 2 value, suddenly the percentage will be increased. If the from value is more than the 2 value, then certainly the percentage will be decreased. Now take a question with an example. Say Sudha's monthly salary is rupees 40,000. If an increment of rupees 5,000 is provided, what is the percentage increase in the salary? What is the percentage increase in the salary? So if I take with the formula here, from is 40,000, right? And it is going to 5,000 increment, so it will be 45,000. So from 40,000 to 45,000, the increase is how much? The increase is 5,000, and it is out of what? Out of 40,000 into 100. So since the salary is increasing here, so the percentage we are getting is the percentage increase. So 5,000, it is coming to 5 by 4 into 100. If you can remember, 5 by 4 is 12.5%. So the salary of Sudha increased 12.5%. So in case of decrease also, if it is decreasing to 5,000, then the percentage we will receive, will be the decreasing percentage. So in this case, in our example, since the salary of Sudha is increasing, so it is increasing percentage. Coming to the next trick, very important, the successive percentage trick. Now let's learn the successive percentage trick with a formula. Net percentage change is equal to plus minus x plus minus y plus plus minus x into plus minus y divided by 100. Now x is the first percentage change, y is the second percentage change. Now here there are two notation, one is plus and one is minus. So when the percentage increases we take as a plus, when the percentage decreases we take as a minus. Now let us discuss with an example. Hope you have written down this formula. Okay, now start with an example. Salary of Ram was 20,000. If the salary is decreased by 10% and then increased by 30%, what is the new salary of Sai? What is the new salary of Ram? Now here the x is equal to minus 10%. So we will take as a number. So x is equal to minus 10 since the salary decreased by 10%, and y is equal to plus 30 since the salary increased by 30%. So what will be the net change? Net change will be minus 10 plus 30 plus minus 10 into 30 divided by 100. So minus 10 and 30, 20, and this will be minus 300 divided by 100, so minus 3 is equal to 17% plus. So since I am getting a plus of 17%, that means it's a positive value. That means it is net increase of the salary. So the new salary will be how much? The new salary will be of Ram will be 20,000 plus 17% of 20,000. So 17 by 100 into 20,000. So it will come around 23,400. So initially Ram was getting 20,000. Now after the decrease and increase of salary simultaneously, now he will get 17% more salary, which is 23,400. So whatever the value is increasing or decreasing, we will do as per the formula, and the formula, those who have not written, please write it down. The net change will be plus minus x plus minus y plus minus x into plus minus y divided by 100. As simple as that. You need not to calculate everything. Just put this x and y into this formula. You will get the net change. So if the net change value is negative, it means percentage decrease. If the net change value is positive, that means percentage increase. So let us take another example very quickly. So price of any commodity increase by 20% and decreased by 10%. What will be the net change? So x is equal to plus 20, y is equal to minus 10. So let us calculate the net change. Plus 20 minus 10 plus 20 into minus 10 divided by 100. So it is 10, then it is minus 2. So it is coming plus 8. So that means there is a positive change, increase change of 8%. So if the final value you have received, then increase it by 8%, you get the net value. That's it. Concept number 5, we need to derive the final value after multiple percentage changes. In the previous concept, we have discussed only 2 changes, but if there is a simultaneous changes, so we can get the final value by using this simple formula. 100 plus minus a by 100 into 100 plus minus b by 100 into 100 plus minus c plus minus c by 100, and simultaneously so on. So a, b, c, here the percentage changes. The formula can be expanded to and reduced according to the number of changes. So if there is more changes more than a, b, c, you can multiply with d, e, f, whatever number you are getting in the questions. But always remember, substitute plus for percentage increase and the substitute minus for percentage decrease. So let us take an example. Salary of Sarda is rupees 30,000. It is increased by 10%, then decreased by 20%, and again increased by 30%. What is her final salary? It is as simple as that. A is equal to increase, so I will take plus 10. B is equal to decrease 20%, so I will take minus 20. And C is simultaneously again increased by 30%, so I will take plus 30. So in the formula, if I put the value, I will get 110 divided by 100. Then the second case, I will get 80 divided by 100. And the third case, I will get 130 divided by 100. Hope you guys are getting where I am getting the 1 and 10. So 100 plus 10, 110. 100 minus 20, 80. 100 plus 30, 130. So I will multiply all this thing with the final salary of 30,000 to arrive at the net salary. So if you multiply it, you guys are getting a positive value, then the salary is approximately coming 34,320. So it is a net increase of the salary. So by 10, 30, 40 minus 20. So 20% around it is increasing. So if you multiply this, you will get the exact figure. So if there is more than 3 changes, you can add it up with the D value, E value, whatever you want. But the final value you are getting using this formula. You need not to calculate step by step. So hope you are getting the things which I am trying to make you understand. Finally, we will come to the next concept, which is the last concept of this chapter, the net percentage change. when a percentage increase and a percentage decrease. So when the same percentage increase and decrease simultaneously, the net percentage change will be a square by 100 percentage decrease. If it is increase and decrease, then it is decrease. Suppose I am giving a question. The price of a watch was rupees 100. No, 1000. The price increased by 10% and then decreased by 10%. What is the net effect of the price on the watch? What will be the net effect? Now let us discuss with the formula. So it will be a square by 100. So 100 square divided by 100. Since it's an increase and decrease, it will be decreasing. So 100 by 100 is 1% decrease. So what will be the price? If the price of the watch is 1000, 1% decrease means 1000 minus 1% of the 1000. That means 1000 divided by 100. So it is coming 990. So the price of the watch will decrease and it will be 990 after giving the effect. Hope you understand. So let us discuss another problem with the same concept. Price of a product increase by price of a product increased by 20% and the sales was reduced by 20%. By what percentage the income has reduced? By what percentage income has reduced? Or what will be the change in the income? So if the price increase by 20%, then decrease by 20%, sales decrease by 20%. So the net change, net percentage change would be 20 square divided by 100. So it is coming 400 divided by 100, that means 4%. So the net income will decrease by 4%. Okay, so I forget another concept which I must discuss, which is the 7 concept, which is a steady percentage increase or decrease. So in this case, if I consider the steady percentage increase in both the scenario, then we will come around the final value using the formula 100 plus minus a divided by 100 to the power n into initial value. So a is the steady rate of percentage increase or decrease. When we take plus sign, that means the percentage increases. When we take the minus sign, that means the percentage decreases. Now n to the power n is the number of times the percentage changes occur. Now take an example. The population of a city is 2 lakhs. The population increases by 10% every year. Every year the population of that city increases by 10%. Now what will be the population? What will be the population after 3 years? So there is a steady increase of the population 10% consecutive 3 years. Now here the A is equal to plus 10. So I will take the plus 10 since the population increasing by 10%. Now the initial value is that 20,000 is my, 2 lakhs is my initial value. Now what is the N? N is the number of years. So N is equal to 3. We want to calculate the consecutive 3 years increasing of the population. Now using this formula, we will straight away get the final value. 100 plus 10 divided by 100 to the power 3 into 2 lakhs. So 100 plus 10 means 110. So it is coming 1.1 to the power 3 into 2 lakhs. If you calculate this, you will arrive at 2,66,200. So without doing any other tricks, any other formulas, we just remember this. So hope you remember this 7 concept. So this is the end of today's session on percentage tricks. Practice these shortcuts daily and you will save a lot of time in your CAT Quant section. Whenever do practice of your percentage problem, try to utilize this 7 concept to the fullest. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to MBA Sir for your CAT preparation videos. And tell me in the comments which topic do you want me to cover next, profit and loss or time and work. Have a very good day. Thank you.